Hello, I'm Miss Castillo. I'm Rocky's teacher. Nice to meet you. I'm going to begin this conference by saying that Rocky is a very energetic student. He's always willing to help his classmates to understand and follow directions. And there are many positive things that I can say about him. He's pretty, for his age, he's pretty good at understanding size and position concepts, shapes, colors, and comprehending large complex sentences. Um, Questions, and he's pretty good at following directions, as I mentioned before. But there are many areas that I'm concerned that he needs to improve on. Some of these areas are using irregular pronouns. Um, he's struggling with using the past tense to be, asking questions such as how, when, why. He's also struggling with listening for a sustained period of time, which I believe is very important. And he's also struggling with using contracted negative. But today we're only going to focus on one of those areas, which is using irregular plurals. And for this area, I created an activity. At the beginning of the activity, I'm going to explain to Rocky what are irregular plurals, some examples of that, and then I'm going to show him a song that will reinforce the information that I gave before. He's going to find some examples of irregular plurals that he listens to every day, and then we're going to play a mental game, memory game. I believe it's a great tool because I have seen that Rocky enjoys games a lot, and I believe that this will be helpful to him because he will learn and play at the same time. For this activity, there will be 16 cards, which there will be 8 pairs. This is an example. This is one pair. The singular form and the irregular plural. Live and lives. And this is a pair. When he turns them and finds them, he's going to say the irregular plural out loud, and he's going to take him to another place. And when he finds all 8 of them, he's going to write them in his notebook. And I believe it's a pretty good activity because it will help him to identify some irregular plurals. He will learn how words are transformed. He will learn how to transform other words and when they are plural. And but there are also many things that you can do at home to support his learning in this concept. For example, I believe that you can read books with him, and books when for example, books that have irregular plurals on them, and emphasize the word when you're reading it to him, and say, okay, what did I say? Or did you notice the word? And he will get used to listening to irregular plurals and applying them to everyday life. Also, you can help, another activity to help him will be coloring. I believe it's a great activity because Rocky enjoys coloring. And for example, having a sample here, these are knives, and he can color them, and at the end he can trace the word. And you can ask him, okay, what did you just color? What is the word? And I believe that will reinforce his knowledge. And lastly, another activity is playing online games. I have a link for a very good game that will help him. This game is almost like the memory game that I say, but it's also good because when they turn each card, the computer says, for example, calves, and you can ask him, did you listen to what the computer you just said? And you can both play, and you can help him to see, okay, did you see the other pair? Do you see where the other one was? And I think that will help him to to understand and see examples. And as I say before, he can he can learn how to transform other words in irregular plurals. And I think these are some of the things that you can do at home, and I hope that you can find this helpful. um, uh, I am expecting a lot from him, and we will see what happens. Thank you for coming.